nothing less. But what I really want to talk about is this jewel here. Oh my God, this was so badass. Kristopher Rufty wrote this, turned this screenplay that he was trying to get optioned as a movie uh, several years ago, called Pillowface. And when he saw that it wasn't going to be made into a movie, he just couldn't sell it to anybody, I guess. He turned it into a novel, and it remains one of my favorites to this day, at least in the horror genre. Pillowface is seriously awesomely written all the way around. Juggles so many different characters who are constantly, just ricocheting off each other. And, like I say, every chance I get, those are the kinds of books that I love, is where, characters are all deftly handled and constantly, bouncing off each other and crossing over, this way and that. And what he even takes it further here, where Pillowface and his two army buddies that he goes around traveling and mutilating, people alongside. Pillowface runs afoul of characters from another book of Rufty's called The Lurkers. They're these little, I guess, midget, or they're smaller than midgets, I'm pretty sure. Creatures that obviously stalk cornfields, and they have these little underground civilizations, and they barter with farmers and people in that the Rust Belt and whatnot. They barter for food and protection in exchange for giving these humans women that they might capture, or weaponry, or something else. And basically the Lurker civilization is dying. It just so happens that through a number of separate incidents, Pillowface and his two army buddies cross over, into the Lurker territory, and an all-out war is waged. And obviously there's this woman that Pillowface ends up saving, I think inadvertently, from being accosted and sexually assaulted. And she thinks that he's this noble spirit, even though he's wearing bandages over wounds that maggots are eating into. Okay, that's how far gone this Pillowface guy is, and yet he still goes on living somehow. And Rufty has played the reason for how that is possible very close to his vest. In all the Pillowface novels so far, which is so far just two. But the way that war is waged between these two very different maniacal killer camps is just amazing. It's like I almost don't care about the normal civilians caught up between these two different camps of killing. I just wanted to see Pillowface and the Lurkers go to war, and it didn't disappoint, except in one regard. And it's what happened the last time at the end of Pillowface. Without divulging, specifics, I will just say that every time you think that Pillowface is going to show, a genuine turn away from his killing ways, some redemption arc, his one of his army buddy, who he travels with, inadvertently gets into his brain and convinces him there isn't any other way but killing, man. And Pillowface lets down the reader again by listening to Buddy, and without going into any further specifics than that. And even though I begrudge Rufty for it, I understand that it was probably the right choice to make it, unfortunately. But man, that's definitely going on my end of the year list right there. Yeah. badass. I want Pillowface versus everything. Pillowface versus Clickers from Brian Keene novels. Pillowface versus Creakers from Edward Lee novels. Pillowface versus the Red Mohawk from the Bourbon Kid crossover novels. Pillowface versus everybody. I want him to keep going forever. The next one probably won't be a crossover novel, but it's definitely worthy of it. I could just watch Pillowface kill all these other, stars of their own horror novels for 10 years and be okay with it. That's it.
Like, how does he kill some of them?
What, the Lurkers?
Yeah. Like, does he have like a weapon that he uses, his own special weapon or something?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm glad you asked that. I'm so glad you asked that because he calls it the old bitch. Well, not him. Pillowface doesn't talk, but Buddy and Carp, his two army buddies that he travels and mutilates people with, they call it the old bitch. It's a rusty pipe, a steel or lead pipe with wood like carved down and placed into the cylinder of the pipe, right? And then wrapped in barbed wire all the way around.
Cool. Yeah, nice.
He's also got a chainsaw, but the old bitch is way more crafty.
Yeah, right? I like that.